All right. Oh wow. Oh wow. 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 This is unexpected. I was not planning on making this today. I'm not recording this today. As you could tell from the title, um, Berserk fan made animation episode one. Kind of. There was a pilot apparently before this, but yeah. Hi, my name is Caesar Plays. Welcome to my channel. This is not much of an overview and more like a promotion, and if anything, more of like fanboying about a fan made project. As somebody who loves Berserk, I got my you could see the mark right over here. I got my Berserk brand over there, sacrifice brand, and my neck. I have my figures right over there. The collector's Blu-ray. I got the all the volumes right there in the bottom, like the big thick leather volumes. Um, if you follow my channel here in the past, you know how passionate I am about Berserk and how much Kentaro Miura passing like struck me and hit me. So to see out of nowhere this morning, or not this morning, like literally a couple of like an hour or so ago, somebody posting, "Hey, if you haven't seen it, fan animation, continuation of the old school Berserk anime." You cannot believe how fast I hit the video, put it on my favorites, immediately watched it, and like in full on suspense. I haven't been this focused on a show since the Resident movie arc, which I rewatched yesterday. Spoiler for the next video I'm making. Um, um, wow, no, I can't overview this. Like, if you are not familiar with Berserk at all, this would be an interesting point to kind of get introduced to the story because technically, canonically, is kind of like the start of the series in the manga. Uh, Although I will agree that the Golden Age arc is an excellent pivot point. The original TV series that you can find and you can buy online and watch online. Uh, I think that's an excellent pivot point, or even like the Golden Age movie arcs, the trilogy. Even though there's CGI in there, I still like those movies, and I still think that they're worth watching. Um, and the don't get me wrong, like the old school animated series has its own little problems here and there, but I still love it. And when again I'm talking what it's like 3 minutes already. I haven't even started about the show yet, but uh, to go to see that somebody made the effort to adapt the old school animation style and continue the story, the Dark Age, the Black Swordsman arc. Um, it's crazy because we got hit with we had an amazing animation studio work on something, but they got a DMCA, I believe. I forgot what I think it was their name was Studio Eclipse, and they were working on a fan project as well, and it looked like Berserk with the new style of animation, like but the good one. Like I'm talking about like the new animated Berserk series without the CGI and more like the actual animation, like 2D animation, which was starting to look like super good and well colored. And never in my life would I have thought that anybody would have approached to make an animation continuation of the old school style of Berserk, the animated series. And Arch Studios, they took it upon themselves. And like I said earlier in the video, I did not even know that they made a pilot episode to this before, like a couple of years back. Let me check. I have my browser right over here. Uh, what is it? The pilot 2 years ago. Yep. It's a little 7 minute, no, 25 minutes. What is this? 25? Yeah, 25 minutes pilot, which I'm gonna watch now as well. But I was gonna work on other videos. I was not expecting this. I As soon as I finished watching it, Boy, just the smile that was on my face the whole time while watching this, because the voice acting is good. At first, I was iffy about Gus's voice actor, but he really grew on me like immediately, not even like deep into the episode. And like after like the second line that he said, like I'm like, all right, no, I like him. Seeing Puck properly animated is nice. Uh, and it's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just fanboying so much right now because it's nice to have a Berserk project, and I love Berserk so much, and not just a Berserk project, but like a good Berserk project. And the music is absolutely banging. If you haven't, I'm gonna link this all in the bottom in the description down below. But what Horizon by Vox, I believe, like the vocalist of the song, like that OP is great. It's super good. It's and again, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I didn't prep this video. I just got super excited, but the idea that you would animate and continue the old school animation style is kind of crazy, because I've seen people attempt this kind of stuff too, and I've seen it go bad. And I'm not saying with Berserk, but just in general with other series and all that. Or and obviously technology has advanced. People have grown in their capabilities and their perfectionism, and there's people who are very talented out there, and it's so weird for me to see such a smooth transition, and so it's such a great adaptation of like an old school style, because everything nowadays that attempts to do everyone who tries to do it nowadays, it always feels it always feels kind of like still like it looks too new, too clean in certain areas, and it sometimes it takes you out of the immersion of the animation. But I think the Archie, I'm sorry, Archie or Arch, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the studio name or the channel name, but I think they made an excellent choice of putting some scenes from the old school anime in there. If I'm not mistaken, they put some scenes from the OG anime, and so it helps you blend what they added on to the animation with what already was there, plus with what the manga had. Um and it was good. It was super good. Props to all the people that worked on that first episode. I am super excited to see more. Please let there be more. um and if you're somebody who's not familiar with the Berserk series, like I said earlier, just either watch the OG animation, or watch the Golden Age arc, and then come back to watch this. Or if you are gutsy, no pun intended, then give this episode a try. But I know that Guts is a very different person in the beginning of the manga than he was when you get to know him in the Golden Age arc. So I recall that a lot of people felt like he was just very whatchamacallit, edge lord type of guy, tough guy, but he becomes one of like the best protagonists in my opinion, like of all anime manga. One of. I'm also very biased. All right, so if you haven't, give this a try. Again, don't expect completely, if you watch the OG Berserk animation, don't expect like completely new content that you have never ever seen in your life animated, because part of this was animated already. It was part of like the Count storyline. It was just briefly shown in the original anime, but this makes it, this gives you the full experience of the whole animation, of the whole storyline of that little arc. I will say, humongous props to the animators for that one scene, that one shot of Guts twisting his crossbow arm and the camera following it and him just shooting. It was so beautiful. And then obviously the arrows, minor spoiler, the arrows shooting into like the darkness, and then Count coming out. Oh man. And it looks good, man. I'm telling you, if you love that OG animation, if you watched the old school Berserk anime, this is, whoa, you're gonna love this too then. Props to all you guys. Props. Oh, huge props. I'm just so happy for you that you guys put this out there. So this just made my day. I gotta work on more videos though. So yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe and like. Maybe depending on how things goes, I do want to reach out to the studio and see if they're okay with me covering this, because I'm not sure if they're trying to keep this low key or not. But I just really wanted to put this video out there for my followers and for those that do want to get more Berserk content and aren't aware of this fan-made project. But otherwise, please like, subscribe. The video, like I said, is going to be in the description down below. And otherwise, yeah, no, like, it's just it's nice. It's nice to have this. It's very, very, very nice to have this. I'll see you guys around. Bye. Maybe I'll review episode 2 when it does come out. I'm a big fan already. All right. Bye.